Hello everyone, welcome back to Anti-Chef. I'm Jamie, and I'm not a chef. I'm just an ordinary dude learning how to cook. I try to make recipes and I see what happens. And today I'm gonna try and make Dominique Ansel's Kouign-Amann. Kouign-Amann. I tried practicing before I... Kouign-Amann. It's the DKA. Now, Dominique Ansel is a famous French pastry chef who invented the Cronut, which I tried to make once before, and that was an experience. And the Kouign-Amann is this laminated pastry similar to how you would make a croissant. It's dubbed the fattiest pastry in all of Europe. And I've never had it before, so I'm very anxious to try it. So let's try to make it. It's the Silver Fox. This will be the last performance from my beloved Silver Fox. I'm moving and you're not coming with me. It's the plug's fault. You're gonna find someone new, so will I, but man, did we have some good times. Some great times. There's a new addition to the team. It just electrocuted me. The Silver Fox. You know what time it is. Whoa, Nelly. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. 472 grams bread flour, 2 tablespoons of salt, 4 grams of instant yeast, 1 1/4 cup plus 2.5 tablespoons of water, and 1 tablespoon of butter, softened butter. I'm gonna use the dough hook attachment and get that on there. So I'm gonna mix this on low speed for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, I'm gonna beat this for 10 minutes on medium high. Punch it. That's way too fast. Scrape down the sides of the bowl. Do you hear this kitten purr? Punch it. Everything's cool. It's supposed to happen. Woo-hoo! Ladies and gentlemen, one last time for the Silver Fox. The dough needs to be smooth and slightly tacky, and we'll have some full gluten development. Totally. Test it by stretching it, because there will be some elasticity. So I need to, bowl please. Thank you. Oil this bowl up, transfer the dough to the bowl, cover this loosely with plastic wrap. Loosely. Let the dough rise, gotta double in size. It's gonna take roughly an hour. Room temperature. 1 hour later, it didn't really double in size as much as I thought it would, but you punch it. Plastic wrap on the surface and go on. Then using your palms, press it to form a 10-inch square. I'm gonna just make this into a tight little package. In the freezer for 15 minutes. It needs to really just like, after 15 minutes, flip the dough. And we're gonna wait another 15 minutes. Okay. This 7-inch square on parchment paper that I drew with a Sharpie. I flipped the parchment paper over so that the ink doesn't get in the butter, in the food. 350 grams of butter. Okay, I'm watching this video of him make this thing, and his butter is in like a plastic wrap. I'm just gonna use a bag, and I'm gonna kind of combine it all so it's like one block. My butter, another piece of parchment paper goes on top. I gotta flatten it. Whoa. So I gotta get this into like 1/2 inch thick. So then I lift this side, what? Oh, I see. Then I find the edge of my square, and then I pull the paper up to where that edge is, push the butter down, and repeat it with every side. I need to flatten out the surface. I have this dough scraper here. Now I'm just gonna hold the paper down and make straight edges. So I flipped it over so I could see my square. And I'm just kind of trying to make the butter fit in the lines of that. My butter block. To put this back in the fridge, it needs to firm up. And then I'll take it out of the fridge 10 minutes before I need to use it. It's a lot of waiting in this recipe. Dough is cold. It's really cold. And that's perfect. I got some flour on my work surface and the cold dough goes there. I took the butter out of the fridge around 10 minutes ago. Soft enough to bend slightly without cracking it. So that's mission accomplished. Arrange the butter block in the center of the dough so it looks like a diamond. Butter is bigger than the square dough. Okay, so I need to roll this out so that the butter can fit in. Start from the center and push it out. And then rotate. Do the same thing. Then rotate. Okay, so I've flattened out my dough so that the butter block will fit in the center like a diamond shape. I'm gonna pull this corner up to the center of the butter. And then the same with this corner. Pull on the dough a little bit and push that in. So 2 perfect triangles right here, here, and here. These corners up to the center too. Okay, this needs to fit perfectly into the shape. And then I pinch it all so that it's sealed up nice and tight. But no overlapping, no overlapping. I need to move as fast as possible so that everything stays cool. I gotta turn this into like a large rectangle. Move fast, think about it later. Just keep going, keep going. 1/4 inch in thickness. Where's my measuring tape? 1/4 inch in thickness, maybe just slightly. 24 by 10 inches. Okay, so fold 1/3 of the dough on itself, edges lined up, and then fold the other 1/3 on top of that. That's the letter fold. So I'm gonna repeat that same process with another letter fold. Okay, sprinkle sugar on top. Starting with the seam of the dough on the right, roll the dough once more vertically from top to bottom to a rectangle about 24 inches by 10 inches. Okay, get some sugar on the surface too. Get it all up in there. So I gotta get this into a rectangle 1/4 inch thick. It's not really a rectangle, is it? You roll it out and then it kind of just retracts. So just stay the course and see what happens. Okay, I don't know how much more flatter I can get than that. Why don't I just lift it upside down, put sugar on the top here too. Cool. Okay, the recipe called for 360 grams of sugar. I haven't even used half of it. Just move on, move on. So I'm gonna do the letter fold one more time, which is fold it once, fold it twice like a book. You get this in the fridge for 30 to 40 minutes. I think getting it in the fridge is the smartest thing to do right now because it is getting a bit warm. Sprinkle sugar on the surface, and this can go like that. More sugar on top, and then let's roll it out again. This needs to be a 1/4 inch thick, 24 by 10 inches rectangle. Yeah, how about that? Lots of sugar in the folds, great. Do the letter fold thingy, great. More sugar on top, great. Fold it, great. More sugar on top, great. Roll it one more time. It's getting more and more challenging, I won't lie. Whoa, more sugar on top. His dough is so much thinner than my dough. So just keep going, man. Do some horizontal rolling. We're gonna have to. Okay, I think that's it. Cut the dough into 4-inch squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4-inch square. Wow, I was exact. Okay, so that's a 4-inch square. So like this, gentle. And this is just like an extra piece of dough. Look at those layers. Okay, I'm just selling something on Facebook Marketplace right now. So let me just do that really quickly and then I'll come back and finish the job. He uses like a silicone baking mat and then he has like ring molds and then he puts this dough in the mold. But he says muffin dish is cool. Butter up the inside. This is just so much butter anyway. It doesn't really matter how much butter I use, right? I mean, how much butter's in that? So does it really matter? No. And then in the muffin tray, I'm also gonna sprinkle in sugar on the inside, because why not? Okay, so I gotta fold these. So it's like fold all 4 corners and then push them towards the center. Oh, I see, it's like a, kind of like a flower or something. Isn't that beautiful? And that goes into the muffin tray. Fold all corners in and then kind of just bring it all together into like a rose shape into the muffin tray. Like so. So this is one of those things where you gotta move fast, because look at the sugar and the butter. So the pastry in here, it's all kind of damp because the sugar and the buttery has kind of melted a bit. So I need to let this sit here and proof for 15 minutes. And while that's happening, I'm gonna turn the oven on. What's 365 degrees Fahrenheit and Celsius? So I'm gonna bake that for 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna rotate the pan in the oven, and then I'm gonna bake that for another 15 minutes. So it's like 30 minutes. It needs to turn like golden brown and double in size. I'm gonna keep an eye on it and see what happens. Whew. Layer after layer after layer. The inside it's flaky. It is flaky, like a sugar-coated croissant. That's exactly what it tastes like to me. It's sweet and salty. It always works. That was the Kouign-Amann. It is, of course, it's delicious. How could it not be? Like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. A big shout out to Silver Fox over there. You've been great, you've treated me well. We're gonna miss you. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.